Bienvenidos, damas y caballeros, to the Spanish Language Lab. In this video, we're going to read a short story called Después de la Tormenta, basically after sex. And this short story is going to talk about two lovers' sexual fantasies that they would like to do at some point in the near future. But the point of the story is to help us better understand the present tense and the imperfect subjunctive form. So when we're talking about romance, hypotheticals, uncertainties, emotions, desires, that sort of thing, the subjunctive mood is perfect to tell that kind of story. So in this story, we're going to see examples again of the present tense subjunctive and the imperfect tense subjunctive. Imperfect meaning the past. All right, let's get to it. Cuento corto, short story. Después de la tormenta. And then up here, we're going to go ahead and set the scene. La habitación todavía huele a sudor. Uf. Y a sábanas calientes. Ella juega con el pelo de él. Not my hair, unfortunately. Mientras él le acaricia la espalda. All right, so I'm not going to go back and forth saying Lucia, Diego, Lucia, Diego. I'm just going to read their dialogue. Lucia. Ojalá que esta noche no termina nunca. Sonríe. Lo mismo digo, aunque mi jefe quiere que mañana llegue temprano, prefiero que sea tarde si eso significa que me quedes abrazando un poco más. Se ríe, apoyando la cabeza en su pecho. Y si yo te pediría que llamaras al trabajo y dijeras que estás enfermo, me encantaría que tú pudieras inventar esas excusas por mí. Seguro que ellos te creyeran más rápido que a mí. Hacen una pausa. Ella levanta la cabeza mirándolo con picardía. So we are here. Quiero que me digas qué fantasía tuya quisieras que cumpliéramos algún día. Piensa un momento. Diego piensa un momento. Bueno, no quisiera que tú asustaras, pero siempre he deseado que fuéramos a un hotel donde nadie nos conociera y que tú te disfrazaras de una desconocida. Lucía sonríe con malicia. Interesante. Yo soñaba con que tú me sorprendieras en un lugar inesperando, como si aparecieras de repente en la pista de tango y me invitaras a bailar. Él se ríe, levantando las cejas. Ojalá que mañana mismo pudiéramos empezar a planear esas locuras. Sí, ojalá que la vida siempre nos diera tiempo para jugar así. And that's the story. So, really quick, let's go through the examples of the perfect and the present tense and just identify what they are, and then that'll be the end of the video. So, in the first line of dialogue, we see ojalá, hopefully. Ojalá que esta noche no termine nunca. Present tense. I hope that this night never ends. No termine. If it wasn't subjunctive, it would have said no termina, right? Because the indefinite form of that verb is terminar. Okay. The next example we see is right here. Aunque mi jefe quiere que mañana llegue temprano. That's a present tense. Although my boss wants me to arrive early in the morning. Yeah, talking about the present tense. Prefiero que sea tarde. Si eso significa, I prefer that it's later in the day. So that's also present tense. Que me quedes abrazando un poco más. That's also present tense. So that you remain embracing me. Next example is this whole sentence down here. Y si yo te pidiera, that one's a little tongue twister for me. The E and I right there after the D. Te pidiera que llamaras al trabajo y dijeras que estás enfermo. So the nice thing about the imperfect subjunctive is that you just add, you have the indefinite form of the word, which right here is llamar, to call. And then you just add, since this is the second person singular, you just add a little, attach like a little ending, and here it's as. If it was, I believe if it's the first person, it's a. If it's the third person, it's also a. The second person, it's as. If it's nosotros, is llamar. I don't remember. I don't remember. So we'll stick with what's on the page. But this one's definitely second person singular, right? Y yo, and yeah, y si yo, and I ask that you call your work and say you're sick. It's clearly second person. All right. Diego, me encantaría. That's the encantaría. It's the conditional grammatical form. I would love. I would love if you would do this. Me encantaría que tú pudieras inventar esas excusas por mí. I would love it if you would invent those excuses for me. So this is a hypothetical, but also we see that it's as, so we know this is the imperfect subjunctive. Me encantaría que tú pudieras inventar. I'm trying to find what the rule is as to why it was invoked, other than. Let's break this down, actually. It's a good example. So, me encantaría. Love. It's clearly an emotion, right? And then we see the trigger word que. I would love that. And the second subject, you. That's how you know we're talking about the subjunctive. But then the question becomes, is it perfect, imperfect, the past, or is it the present? Tú pudieras inventar esas excusas por mí. I remember that some of the rules for the imperfect would be like counterfactuals. Um, a lot of it is. This reminds me of the conditional plus subjunctive. So me encantaría. That's the conditional. Si tú que tú pudieras. I would love it if you would invent these. I'm not quite sure. I'll have to review the rule, but it's clearly this imperfect subjunctive. Seguro que ellos te creyeran más rápido que a mí. Seguro que ellos te creyeran. Um, this is also the imperfect because you have the indefinite form of the verb, creer, crear, crear. And then you have, no, creer. And then you have the an, which is third person plural, an. Surely, I am sure, surely they would believe you a lot faster than me. And then the next example we see is down here. Quiero que me digas qué fantasía, which one? ¿Qué fantasía tuya quisieras que cumpliéramos algún día? I think this is also imperfect, but we're gonna focus on the bold one. So quiero que me digas que fantasía tú. This is a complex sentence actually. Que. Uh, me quiero que me digas qué fantasía tuya quisieras que cumpliéramos algún día. So this is also imperfect subjunctive. Amos. Let's here, let me actually let me look this one up.